Hi, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, and I apologize I didn't get my stretching exercises on here yesterday. Just helping my little one. I think she's got an ear infection, so we're going on not a whole lot of sleep. So yesterday was kind of hectic, but I just got done with another studio sweat ride. Love those. It's nice sometimes just to not think and just follow. I love it. And it's a good push. So I just did 30 minutes, pushed it really hard. My girls are upstairs playing. So I wanted to, as promised, take you through some stretches. Now, before I show you, just real quickly, I just want to tell you the difference between two different kinds of stretches. So you hear dynamic and static. So dynamic stretches, kind of like the word sounds fun, right? It's active. So an active stretch, one where you're moving through the stretch, is a dynamic stretch, okay? A static stretch is a hold. That's something more that you're going to do after an exercise, or I'm sorry, after a workout, where you're sweating, you're warm, your muscles are loosened up, and you're going to get that flexibility benefit, okay? So definitely dynamic stretches or movements before a workout and more static after. It doesn't mean you can't do dynamic after, they're just not as intense, okay? So they're just much easier, more just to move the body and feel the stretch, not just not to get your heart rate up like they are in the beginning, okay? So here we go. I'm just going to take you through just a series of stretches here just to help you get an idea of where you want to be. Oh, I forgot to take my shoes off on the bike. I don't need those. It's nice to take them off after the workout. So barefoot, shoes, socks, doesn't matter, okay? I want you just to give yourself a little bit of space here to start. As we were talking, the dynamic, we're going to start out just nice big inhale here. Feel that stretch, that lengthening in those obliques, the side of those abdominals, and exhale down, open up the chest. Again, inhale. As you inhale, you soften those knees, and then you straighten the body on the way up, and then exhale down. Again, a little bend. Inhale up. A little hold, and exhale. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale. Now this time we're going to hold the arms wide to the side. So you're opening that chest. So sometimes they call this chest expansion. You just feel that airway open up. That's what it should feel like. Nice and relaxing. Lift your chin up a little bit. You should feel that airway open. You shouldn't have the chin down. So it should feel nice and relaxed in the center of the body. The arms, you feel that stretch all the way to the outside of the chest, through those arms, through those fingertips. My fingers are spread here, they're open wide, palms are facing forward, okay? Then gently release it down. We're gonna inhale here. This time as you exhale, you're gonna hinge to that right side. So you're gonna feel that lengthening on the left side. So the side you're moving away from is where you feel the stretch, okay? Holding it just for a little bit here. Inhale back, exhale to the left. Inhale back one more time on the right. As you exhale, go to that right side. Feel like stretching on the left, little squeeze on the right side. Inhale back, exhale left. Inhale center. Now as you exhale, bring that left arm down. Feel that stretch. So you're reaching that right arm up nice and tall. The left arm is down at my side, okay? So it's reaching down towards my heels. Leave a little space between those feet, but that posture is tall. So picture a string attached to the head, keeping yourself long and extended. The spine is lengthened. Should feel really, really good. So this is that static, right? This is that hold. You're really feeling that lengthening of that spine through those shoulders into the triceps. Inhale here as the arms switch. Exhale, now that left arm reaches up, right arm reaches down towards the floor. So the palms are facing towards the center. So you see my palm facing towards you. If I turn again, it's facing towards the center of my body. Again, a little space between those feet. Now you notice too, especially if you finish and your heart rate is up, do not start hinging forward and bringing your head down towards the floor. Okay, you don't want to drop your head below your heart if your heart rate is high. So I always typically, especially off the bike or after a run, I start standing for sure. Once your heart rate goes down a little bit, it feels better to get that forward back, okay? Now I'm going to take a stride length, so I'm going to take that right leg back here, so a nice long step, okay? So I'm going to step back and I'm going to push my heel towards that mat, okay? I'm going to also squeeze my shoulder blades together and I'm going to roll my shoulders down and back. My arms can just hang at my sides. Now you can just stay here like this. That front knee is soft. It's nice and bent, but the knees are behind the toes, okay? Shoulders are pushed down. Now if you want, you can do some rotations. You can add a dynamic movement with it. That's okay. Just make sure you work both directions. And again, it's not about heart rate going up. It's about lowering the heart rate, about feeling the stretch, okay? So it's totally opposite versus a dynamic warm-up, right? Very active. Release those shoulders. Now gently step forward. Now you're going to take that left foot back. Again, that heel pushes towards the mat, okay? That right knee is soft, right? The knees are behind those toes. Again, roll those shoulders down and back. This time I'm just going to do shoulder shrugs. So a lot of times people just say, I don't know. If you want to think about it like that, you get that squeeze, but it's real exaggerated, right? You don't typically lift up this high. Now maybe you might have done some shoulder shrug with weights today. This would be a good stretch. You don't have the weights in your hands. You're just getting that nice squeeze at the top and then the press and the lengthening at the bottom. One more. Nicely done. All right, now I'm going to move this a little bit. Let's see if I can get it down here. I'm trying to get, there we go. Just trying to get some floor stuff for you, okay? So now, actually, I changed my mind. I love to do pigeon. Now, what you want to do here, that right knee is going to come forward, okay? So initially it starts underneath my body. So for me, that's what feels best. Everybody kind of shifts the hips a little bit different. And then you're going to sink down here, okay? Now, some people lay all the way down. It's totally up to you, okay? Whatever is comfortable. Now, where you're going to feel this is in those glutes, in the hamstrings, the back of that thigh, okay? So you're going to feel that stretch. That leg that's behind me is long. It's all the way back. You're going to feel that hip flexor where the leg attaches to the middle of the body. You're going to feel that lengthening. It's going to feel really good, okay? I used to hate these. Now I love them because they feel amazing. All right, then same thing. You're going to come up on those hands. Now you can hold these as long as you need to, okay? You don't have to go any certain pace. You just want to feel those muscles release, okay? So you want to feel it. Initially, you're going to feel it like, oh, that's kind of annoying, and then you feel it start to kind of release a little more. So that's where you're going to get that flexibility gain, right? So that's our goal: preventing injuries, increasing flexibility, breaking up that lactic acid so you don't have that muscle soreness. You don't have to be sore every day to know that you did a good workout. It happens sometimes, and that's great, but the goal shouldn't be to be uncomfortable every day, right? You want to feel strong. You want to feel like you're improving your body. It feels so good. Now, another good one to think about, especially if you're doing exercises that keep you more centered, like biking, swimming, running, everything's really in line with your hips, right? So you need some hip openers. That's a key because mine, especially now, I don't know why, they get really tight, okay? So you want to make sure you do something that opens the hips, okay? So a nice one is you can lay on your back here, okay? So you're going to come down, lay on your back, okay? Let's see if I can get this better. I'm trying here. So you're going to lay on your back, okay? I'm going to bring my feet together so my knees are dropped. You can see my one leg dropped nice and wide. My left leg is the same way. My feet are pressed together, okay? Knees are dropped wide, and then I just relax my spine and my back into the mat, okay? So you want to relax or push that back into the mat, and then you want those legs to press out to the sides. So you want to feel that opening of the hips so that they don't get tight. You want to loosen up the inner thighs. You definitely want to work the opposite direction of what you just did. Everything, again, was centered. If you're a runner, a biker, a swimmer, you can relate to this for sure. You feel everything very centered. Walking on the treadmill, doing a bunch of stairs, everything's very centered. So you want to definitely open up those hips. Release that. I'm going to take us onto our bellies. A really great stretch for the front side of those thighs, the quads. So you're going to lay on your belly here. I'm going to bend my leg. Now for some, that is enough of a challenge, right? If you feel comfortable, grab onto that foot. And I just rest my head. You can grab on with both hands if you like, just to get a deeper stretch, but you're just pulling that heel towards the glutes, okay? So you're gonna get that stretch in the quads, okay? So, oh, it feels so good. Now, sometimes I like to just come up on the opposite elbow. It just makes it go a little deeper, as you can hear me go, oh, just digs in a little bit more. But when I release the stretch, you want to make sure you lower all the way back down and then release that leg, okay? Reach the other arm forward. Now I'm grabbing that left leg. You can see the foot here, right? Pulling it towards my glutes. And then I'm walking my elbow back. Oh, feeling that deeper stretch. Definitely feel that tightness. I'll tell you, when you don't get enough sleep, you can feel that difference for sure. Whew. Sleep is important. Sometimes it's just out of our hands, right? You just make it work. Do the best you can. Keep your head up. Oh, beautiful. Nicely done. Now, come back here. I'm going to change this again. Now I'm going to show you here. Just a nice little walkout. I love to do these because I feel like it gets you a really nice active stretch, which I love. So come towards the back of that mat. Probably seen me do these before, but again, I love to add the breathing in with it. Just move the oxygen in the body to those muscles. You exhale as you hinge forward. Right away, you're gonna feel that stretch in the back side of the legs, into those hamstrings, into the glutes, up and down the spine. Relax your arms. You're like a puppet. Arms just relax, okay? Now from here, if you're flexible and your hands can touch the floor, I love to lift my heels up. So you do some heel raises here. Now, if you're not that flexible, then do it from here. But you'll notice my glutes are pressed back. So I'm lifting up. I'm still getting that balance challenge. I'm still getting that lift. But now I'm digging into my calves, right? So if you're flexible, if you feel good, hands to the mat and lift those heels. Because then you can really hinge forward and dig in a little deeper, right? Soften the knees, round that back, roll all the way up. Feel that spine separating, kind of lengthens a little bit. Whew, inhale here, exhale forward. I'm gonna walk out. Now from here, I love to bring that right foot forward. Feels really weird to have socks on. I should have taken them off. Okay, so you see that long stride? My right leg is forward, my left leg is back. But I'm sinking nice and low. So you get that hip flexor and you up, right? Then you get it all the way up and down into the spine. Okay? And then just bring those hands down. Switch those feet. I'm gonna change this. I can't get a good grip with my feet. I'm gonna switch that left leg forward. Same thing. I'm just sinking woo, a little deeper. Right? Nice long stride. Again, arms up. You can open them up again, whatever feels good, right? It's really listening to your body, really getting those holds, those stretches. Bringing those hands down, they can be to the thigh. You can step that foot forward. Again, rolling it all the way up, coming back again. Okay, now what I like to do as well, you do little knee hugs here. So you're just lifting up. And again, it's just nice and active. Again, it's not fast. You just squeeze those knees into the thighs. I'm sorry, into the chest. Nicely done. So you want to exhale as that knee comes up. Now you get a little balance challenge too. So if you're by a wall, you can put your hand on the wall. You could grab onto something. My bike is right over here. I could grab onto that. Whatever's comfortable, okay? So again, do what you need to. Again, you can rotate those ankles here. If you want to hold that stretch a little longer, get that nice rotation. Go back to the other side just so I don't miss out here. Make sure you get both sides, really getting that stretch. So the goals here is heart rate recovery, muscles feeling long, lengthened, feeling improved, right? Just nice stretches for yourself, okay? So make sure you go through the stretches, you feel strong, you feel them lengthen, you feel heart rate decrease, right? And the more conditioned you are, the quicker it drops, the quicker you can just really dig into those stretches and feel that recovery in the heart rate, okay? All right, make sure you do your stretching each time, even if it's 5 minutes. You know, give yourself that time for sure. Work that into your workout. Don't forget it, don't skip it. It's gonna make that next day and the day after even better, okay? All right, have a fantastic day. Thank you for joining me.